Welcome to the TeenPreneur Show. I'm your host, Dia Coley, and I'm a teenpreneur, bringing you global entrepreneurs who are teenagers. They've started out really young and are an inspiration to all. They prove to be the perfect example of how teenagers can rise high. So tune into this show every week to know more about these young game changers and be inspired by these teens. Watch the young dream big. Now on with the show. Hello everyone, welcome to the TeenPreneur Show. I'm your host Dia Cooley and I'm also a teenpreneur. I'm the founder of Redenim by Dia, which is a business that recycles denim into fashionable handbags. All the handbags are hand manufactured by underprivileged women tailors, and 100% of the proceeds are donated towards cancer treatment and cancer research. But now let's get on with the show. Today we have Kyle. She's from Doha, Qatar, and she's 14 years old. Let's bring her on. Hi Kyle, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Can you tell us a little bit about your business?
Sure. So at Kyvelo's Macarons, our mission is to create a global platform for the purpose of celebrating desserts as an art form, medium for cultural awareness, and a forum for diversity. We offer macarons, macaron towers, hand-painted macarons, and character macarons, all geared towards our customers' preferences and special requests. We're
Wow,
constantly innovating too. We have this cute macaron cereal that does beautifully for breakfast, and we have macaron
hmm
cakes, macaron popsicles. The possibilities are endless, which is why I love macarons.
that sounds all amazing. Oh my gosh, the Tower of Macarons. That must be so cool. Can you tell me when did you start this business?
I started Kyvelo's macarons just last September. I can't believe it's nearly our 1 year anniversary.
Oh wow. So has it been fun, the entire experience?
Yes, it was a very educational experience as well.
hmm And when did you start your business, did you learn or did you already know how to bake?
Yes, I was lucky enough to have had the skill of baking under my belt before I started my business. I'd often help my
hmm
mom or dad in the kitchen, and I progressively grew independent from there, baking brownies and cakes by myself around 8 years old, I would say.
hmm And did you know how to make macarons then before?
No, I did not.
hmm
I was just really missing traveling, namely to France. It's one of my favorite countries. I've been there four
hmm
times, and I just thought a way to bring France to our household was to bake macarons, and that's when I started learning.
That's super cool. And was that was learning how to make macarons difficult for you?
Incredibly. Macarons are one of the hardest desserts, one of the hardest, if not the hardest, dessert to bake. And I've spent
hmm
countless nights scrambling to fulfill orders while simultaneously keeping my sanity in check, but all while having fun though.
Yeah. But it sounds all amazing. And I love how you are talking a lot about culture as well. Can you tell me how you bring that into your business?
Um, well, the way we integrate different cultures into my macarons is because color scheme, packaging, and flavor profiles. Take Diwali
hmm
last year, seeing as to how Diwali is a festival of lights, I used a lot of warm tones and flavors in my macarons. For Holi, I
hmm
used lots and lots of vibrant colors and flavors that I just adored. And for Ramadan, I found myself using lots of colors you would normally associate with evening or iftar, such as
hmm
deep purples, blues, and blacks. And just a few days ago was Garangao, the 14th day of Ramadan, and I
hmm
incorporated a lot of nuts, spices, and chocolates into the macarons of that day.
Wow, that sounds all amazing. I would love to have your macarons during those like special festivals. Sounds so fun. Do
Thanks.
you have some to show us?
Yes, I do. These were the Garangao macarons I was talking about.
Oh wow, those
Um,
are so pretty.
Thank you. The color scheme was inspired by the wrapping you would commonly find the candies wrapped in, and here are
Mm-hmm.
the macarons.
That's so cool.
They
Can you
have
tell me what flavor it is?
they're chocolate nuts.
Oh, wow. That looks absolutely delicious. I love them.
Thank you.
And do you design them all yourself?
Yes, I draw inspirations from a lot of sources, especially from the countries I've traveled to, but all of my designs are completely thought up by myself.
That's really cool. And I've seen your Instagram page and they're absolutely lovely. I love all of them. And can you tell me what is your favorite macaron?
Um, well, I'm not, I would say character macarons, which is
Mhm.
essentially a macaron um, that resembles a character, of course. There are just so many
Mhm.
possibilities with those. You can hand paint them, you can draw on them, and they're just so flexible and give me creative freedom.
Yeah. And can you tell me what's your process like for making macarons?
Um, my process, well, first off, prior to baking, I have a sketch of
Hmm.
whatever it is I'm trying to create. Um, And then, of course, there's the baking part of it, which is a very tedious task in and of itself. And then after
Hmm.
that, I fill them with whatever filling it is my customers want. And then I also decorate and hand paint based on my customers' request. And then there's photography, food photography, advertising, and finally delivery.
Yeah. And do you have anyone to help you with all of that? That because it sounds like a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, and
Hmm.
I'm a one-woman show for the most part, save for when orders get out of hand, at which point my parents pitch in to help.
Yeah, that sounds good. Like, I love the teamwork there. And can you tell me where someone could purchase your macarons?
Um, well, in our day and age, as much as there's some hesitancy in admitting it, nearly everything revolves around social media. I recognized
Hmm.
that early on and utilized it to my advantage. In turn, all of our
Hmm.
products are sold online and all of our orders are received online.
That's really cool. And so, where to what places could you ship to?
Anywhere within Doha, our delivery fees fluctuate depending on the distance and bulk of your order.
Hmm. And can you tell me how many orders you usually need to handle within a week?
Um, well, I bake nearly every day, so I
Oh,
have more than like 7 orders weekly that are
hmm.
customized.
Wow. And can you tell me where is this whole business being run? So, where do you bake the macarons?
Well, at home, where I follow strict food safety guidelines, of course, such as a
Hmm.
separate fridge, bowls, and necessary tools for my products, adequate sanitation, gloves, and so on and so forth.
Wow, that's great. And is it always chaotic during your days, like balancing work and then your business?
Very chaotic. That's definitely a way to phrase it. I'm also trying to juggle my other artist, my other artistic occupations as well, and my other businesses.
Can you tell us about those other businesses?
Um, well, I have Kyvelo's Graphics alongside Kyvelo's macarons. Um, that I'm basically utilizing the diploma I earned at 11, and from a young age, I've always had a fondness for traditional art or digital art. So Kyvelo's Graphics is a way that I can share that with the world while also benefiting it
Hmm.
from it myself.
Wow, that sounds amazing. And are any ways your two business like connected?
Um, well, I do all of my logos and advertisements for Kyvelo's macarons myself, so you could say that Kyvelo's graphics do provide the graphic designs needed for Kyvelo's
Hmm.
macarons.
Wow, that's really cool. And when did you start your graphics business?
Just this year, um,
Oh,
yeah, it's a very recent business actually, much younger than
uh-huh.
my macaron business.
Oh, really? So why'd you decide to start that as well?
Well, it was just another way to express my art. Really, I'm an
Hmm.
artist, so I like using tons of different mediums, and graphic designing was just one of them. And I found a way to make money from it, which is Etsy and Fiverr.
Yeah, and that's amazing. And I love how you're like putting like your own hobbies into your businesses, like making art, and now you took up the new hobby of baking, which is super cool. And can you tell me how your experience has been with handling these two businesses?
Um, well, as you said yourself, very chaotic, but I learn primarily from my businesses being an
Mhm.
unschooler. So it's just a way for myself to, it's a way to educate myself while also having fun in the process.
Yeah, yeah, and it sounds super fun. And I love all like your macarons too. They're very creative. Can you tell me the more technical art parts of how you design the macarons?
Um, well, as for the designing, sometimes it requires me to shape the macaron batter a certain way before it goes in the oven. Other times I spend hours intricately painting, but I'm used to that having painted majority of my life on canvas, except it's kind of different on food, of course.
Yeah.
But for the most part, uh, it's usually hand painted macarons.
Wow, that sounds super cool. And we're going to be taking a quick commercial break right now. And when we get back, we'll be asking Kyle some more questions.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866 224 5422. Your voice can make a difference.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios that will set the venue for any media application. We offer remote services as a radio or TV production, and continue to grow new venues to bring your ideas to life. We also specialize in video and photo content for social media. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
You've been watching the TeenPreneur Show with global inspirational teens. Be sure to follow us at teenpreneur.show on Instagram. Now back on with the show. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We're going to get straight into asking Kyle some more questions. Let's bring her back. Hi, Kyle. Welcome back.
Hello.
So, I have a question for you. I know you've been doing art for a really long time, but what made you decide to use baking skills to create this business?
Well, again, baking is just another art form for me, and then Kyvelo's macarons is a way in which I can express myself and my creativity while also exercising the other half of my brain, if you will, that deals with the finance and business aspects. It's also the places I've traveled to, in turn, the desserts I've tried, and professional bakers I've met that encouraged me to begin my business. Take my own father with his background in Le Cordon Bleu and bread. If it weren't for my parents or my travels, I would not be anywhere near where I am today.
Oh, that's amazing. And can you tell me on how you learned those financial aspects of the business?
Well, it's really when I started my business that I really witnessed how it was like to apply textbook knowledge into real
Mhm.
life scenarios, because it's one thing to read about finance and having a business, but it's another to actually have one. And it's only when I started my business that I actually knew what was in store.
Yeah. And so from this, I know you haven't been doing it for years, but you've been doing very successfully within a year. So can you tell me how you have managed to grow your business so rapidly?
Social media comes into play a lot when it comes to our growth. I try to post every 3 days or so to keep our customers engaged with new products. Again, we try to innovate a lot with our macaron
Mhm.
cereals, for example. We try to bring something to the table that has never been brought before. So in those ways, we've grown and we've met so many amazing people who are just so supportive.
That's amazing. And can you tell me which social medias you think are best for businesses to have?
Well, it depends on your target audience. I find that more of Generation Z or more of young people basically gravitate towards Instagram and TikTok.
Hmm.
But if you Facebook works as well, but not as efficiently, I find. But Instagram and
Hmm.
TikTok are my primary platforms to use.
Hmm. And I know you're very unique because all of your macarons and desserts are really amazing. But can you tell me what things you do to stand out more?
Well, at Kyvelo's macarons, I believe that we exceed in creativity for one, customer
Mhm.
experience, and we are inclusive of countless cultures and flavor profiles, all for much cheaper than any alternative in Qatar. We also host giveaways as a way to thank and get to know our customers.
Oh, wow, that's so cool. Can you tell me about those giveaways?
Um, well, our giveaways that we did last year was for Christmas. And
Mhm.
basically, we announced giveaway winners as you do for a giveaway. And there were requirements, of course, but there would be gifts sent out um, daily. So that was fun.
That's so cool. Is there any like other things you do to try to connect with your customers more?
Um, Aside from giveaways and just normal exchanges, we do try to give little gifts when people do order. For example, Valentine's, we gave these little metal hearts with a macaron keychain in them, and just a way to thank you for ordering.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. And can you tell me like what motivates you or inspires you?
Well, a lot of things inspire me, I think. Like, let me tell you, like, the macaron community is one of the most supportive and creative communities out there. There are just so many innovative and amazing macaron bakers. It's hard not to draw inspiration from them. I also
Mhm.
draw inspiration from pieces of literature, poetry, pieces of music, color schemes, and flavor profiles I've been exposed to in the 42 countries I've traveled to. And as an artist,
Mhm.
everything I see, hear, touch taste really is susceptible to artistic interpretation.
Mm-hmm. And I sorry, you just said 42 countries, and that intrigued me. So you've been like in a lot of places. Can you tell me like what you've actually learned and integrated into your business?
Well, I've met so many people, as you can imagine, in those 42 countries, and just with that knowledge of having met different types of people, that in and of itself helps me with my business and help me orient myself accordingly. And also, I've learned
Mm-hmm.
different baking techniques. I've witnessed macaron bakers and normal bakers, of course, and just sometimes scenery, even just the smallest things when you travel
Mm-hmm.
can inspire you to do the biggest things.
Yeah. And is there any flavors that have been inspired by certain countries?
Um, a lot. All of my macarons have been uh, the inspirations of many of my macarons stem from my travels. I already mentioned Holi and Diwali and Ramadan. I also try to do like holidays you'd never known of, like National Caramel Day and stuff like that.
Yeah, that sounds super cool and fun. So, is this like, do you like do this every day and just keep making macarons?
Yes, I make macarons daily. It's a part of my daily routine, and I enjoy it, quite frankly. It's just a way to get my creative mindset going.
Mm-hmm. And do you ever bake for yourself?
That is a good question. And quite frankly, no. Like the amount of macarons
Aw.
I've seen, I don't think they're I don't see them as anything other than an art form now. Like I don't see them as something edible I
Mm-hmm.
can just snack on. Every time I make macarons, I put my heart into it and it goes to my customers, but never to myself.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that. And can you tell me what has been the most challenging baking project you've been taking on?
Um, I don't believe that there's one specific project that challenged me
Mm-hmm.
the most, as I always, with every order I receive, try to push myself even more than I did the last.
Oh, that's really cool. Can you tell me one difficult like a baking project that you did have?
Um, well, they all are pretty difficult, to be honest. I don't think they're
Uh-huh.
degrees of difficulty, just different types of difficulty, because when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to making Easter macarons, for example, it's an entirely different thing than making Ramadan macarons. They're just different challenges, and there's never the same challenge as I progress in my business.
Mm-hmm. And aside from macarons, is there anything else you sell in your business?
Well, for the well-being, it's just macarons. It is Kyle's macarons,
Mm-hmm.
so our specialty is macarons.
That's great. And do you have any specific future plans for your business?
Well, my vision for Kyvelo's macarons is that by 2030, we will be the leading global dessert shop offering
Oh.
specialized and customized flavored macarons,
Mm-hmm.
similarly introducing other national confections and celebrated internationally. So those desserts will have a platform through macarons to amplify the global message of art and cultural diversity.
That's amazing. I love that. And is this something you're planning on taking as a career in the future?
Definitely, I think I can see myself doing macarons as I do them daily already. It hardly makes a difference to envision myself still doing them, say, 2 years in the future.
Hmm. That's great. I love that. And what do you love about being a teen entrepreneur?
Um, I believe everybody should grasp that opportunity of being an entrepreneur while you're a teen, while you're under the roof of your parents. I think what I enjoy about being a teenpreneur the most is just the community of teenpreneurs and just being able to express my creativity without having to worry about grades in my case because I don't go to school, and bills to pay because I'm still under my
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah, that's great. And do you connect with other businesses?
Yes, we do. We have collaborated with um, couple of businesses in the past, like for macaron towers uh, and and others that we have done like macaron themed products together.
That's great. And have you learned anything different from them, or something that's really like really important?
Um, well, I feel like everything that I've learned is really just thanks to my first-hand experience in my business. I can't say there was one riveting moment that I've remembered from collaborating with other businesses.
And can you tell me what like how you've been since running this? Like, what's your experience like, and what you've really learned from it?
I have learned a lot of things. One lesson would be it takes money to make money. Macarons are expensive. To turn something to profit, you have to have capital. And I was
Yeah.
just privileged enough to have started with what savings and experience I already had under my belt. Another thing is that starting a business is not easy. From talking to customers, product development, advertising, delivering material costs, it takes a lot, and supportive parents to establish a business.
Yeah. And well, you've been running your business amazingly, so you've been doing a great job at that. And can you tell me, do you have a specific type of niche or aesthetics that you like to follow, like on your social medias?
Um, well, that and as we customize many of our macarons based on our customers' requirements, most of that is really up to our customers. But we do try to stand by our theme of, pink and blue and green and yellow, like pastels, which is my preference. Just basically very colorful color scheme, I would say.
Well, that's great. I love that. Would you like to share your social medias with our audience?
Sure, that on Instagram we're Kyvelo's macarons, and that's macarons with a K, and the same applies for Facebook or whatever other social media platform you will find us on.
Well, great. And thank you, Kyle, for talking to us. It was amazing. And I love everything about your business.
Thank you. It was nice talking to you too.
And thank you, everyone, for watching the Teenpreneur Show today. Make sure to tune in next week. And if you want to learn more about the Teenpreneur Show, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at teenpreneur.show. See you next week. Thank you for watching the Teenpreneur Show with Dia Coley. Follow us for more information at teenpreneur.show on Instagram. To be a part of the show, fill out the form in the Instagram bio. See you next week.